Hello, welcome to Theodore Skurblog, that's me, reads you a short story. This one's called Forbes Avenue, Pittsburgh, on a Winter Evening. Flakes bounce helplessly off the whitish blacktop due to the roads being frozen. A biting wind tosses the flakes up and around Forbes as the band emerges from their vehicle in slow motion because it looks so cool. The shapes of four figures carrying instrument cases while clad in typical Pittsburgh rock winter wear, i.e. black leather jackets, which actually make things colder. Their black guitar cases swinging at their sides like weapons. The band, gunfighters, come to town. The band strides down the middle of Forbes, since there's no traffic full enough to be driving on this dreadful snowy night. The band, the gunslingers, burst open the doors of the Pandar Saloon, where humidity and fog instantly assault them and their eyeglasses, fogging them and blinding them as they enter, ruining their cool. They push their way through the crowd. The Pandar is a closeted gay bar, as gay bars had not yet come out in Pittsburgh at this time. This particular gay bar was also seedy and gross and attracted heterosexual drunks, indigents, as well as multiple punk rockers who lived in one of the tenement-style apartments nearby. Guitarist's apartment upstairs was only accessible through the bar, since the dangerous fire escape hanging outside had finally been condemned. The band had to swing open the Pandar's saloon-like doors, then stride, cigarettes dangling, glasses fogged, toward the back to access the special tenant stairway that led upstairs. Guitarist, the least swaggering or self-conscious of the four, did not care what gay or otherwise bar he lived above because he was rock. Guitarist would nod hello to whatever emaciated, tattooed, seedy bartender who was behind the counter and order a 6 of Rolling Rocks, as the Pandar did not stock Iron City for ethical or other undisclosed reasons. The rest of the band, their slow-motion coolness thawed as fast as the ice on bass player's beard, as guitars bumped into chairs, bumped into patrons who were jostled, their black leather attracting leather-sniffing boys to come running over and put the hits on their not-so-affable persons. Poor drummer was 100% homophobic and bristled with body contact with anybody gay, and he hated every second of this arrival scenario at practice when the bar was thick and the boys were horny. But the quest for practice space was an ongoing odyssey in Pittsburgh, and there were none as good as this one, an apartment that existed above a nuisance bar, of all things, which is how the Pandar was known. A nuisance bar that honored no closing time and played loud, non-stop dance music that drowned out all audible sounds, including that of a full-volume rock band rehearsing upstairs at all hours of the tender, snowy Pittsburgh evenings. Cops literally loathed being called to the Pandar for the billionth time. By who? Who was calling the cops over there? The only other habitable areas within earshot were the equally dilapidated tenement-style apartment buildings next door, which housed, I always assumed, the lion's share of the Pandora's clientele. Upstairs at guitarist's apartment, disco thumped continuously through the floorboards. Most of the windows were blocked with cardboard and blankets and rock posters to prevent sub-zero drafts from competing with the one ancient steam radiator that spat scalding water at irregular intervals. The band would crack some warmish, coldish, rolling rocks and take a look through the one unblocked window at the frozen tundra outside and see echoes of themselves slowly emerging from their car and striding confidently like outlaws down the street, breath in visible puffs before them, their guitars like machine guns in their crunching boots, a cigarette thrown to the ground. They knew that this is why they were in a band. Thank you very much for listening.